Hello everybody and welcome to the Firestorm Squadron Firecast presentation of the UK System Open 2020, coming live from you from wonderful Marshall Arena in Milton Keynes. Now, those avid followers of the stream, I'm sure there's one or two of you out there, will notice that I sound a little bit different to what you might be used to. That's because the lilting tones of Dom, Phil and Nick will not be joining us, at least for the start of this event, because they want to actually play, which I think is very, very selfish, but there we go. So instead you're stuck with me. My name is Neil Donaldson. I hail out from Southampton, and I am very, very new at this. So before we get started and run through the lists, I just wanted a couple of public service announcements. First of all, I've woken up this morning with a hideous head cold. So if it sounds like I am presenting from underwater, I do apologise. Also, because I'm new, take it easy on me. If I do make any mistakes, please accept my apologies in advance, and take solace in the fact that eventually one of the others will come and take over. Basically, the worse the day gets for them, the better it gets for you. And lastly, let's keep the chat nice and active today, guys. So I've got something to talk about. If I run out of things to say, I will have to start making jokes, and everybody knows that's a disaster. So, first up for the first round, we have Matthew Fisher and Ben Cross. Matthew Fisher here on the left is playing 3 Black Squadron aces with Heroic and the integrated S-foils, and Cova Nell with Heroic and Leia Organa. So Cova Nell's ability is when they defend or perform a primary attack, if they revealed a red maneuver, they roll an additional dice. Ben Cross on the right, coming in with a scum list, 2 Mining Guild Surveyors. Kath Scarlet, both the Mining Guild Surveyors have Intimidation. Kath Scarlet with no upgrades at all, and Fenn Rau with Fearless, which is pretty much stapled onto his pilot card. So some good synergy there on the scum side, with Kath Scarlet's ability of rolling extra dice if there's an enemy within range 0, a friendly model within range 0 of an enemy, and Intimidation on the Mining Guild ties. If they're touching you, you're rolling 1 less defense dice. So I think the tactics there are going to be get up close and personal, and then knock down some defense dice, and hopefully get Fenn Rau in to finish everything off. Anyway, so we'll get underway in a little while. The players here are just setting up. Timer has started on the round.
For this round, we'll be going around the room. As you can see, we have a dedicated drop spot for match slips. We do recognize that sometimes signage is a problem, but if you can't see that, then you've got myself worse than I do. Right? So, match slips come up here to the front, and hopefully you guys have a good round. Thanks.
There we go, so it looks like Ben Cross will be moving second, shooting second. I think that'll be a good manoeuvre, because obviously he wants to get those Mining Guild Surveyors up at close and into the resistant fighters. So we'll see how that goes. Just to mention on the prize support for today, there's a lot of shiny things to be won. Every player gets 1 token for playing a game, and you get 2 or an extra 1 if you win the game. So it'll be interesting to see if what the most common or most popular prize support is. Jan on the chat saying he recently tried Kath with 5 ties and 4 of them had Intimidation. Let us know how that went, Jan. Doesn't work really good, unfortunately, apparently. But it's good to see interesting lists. I personally have an absolute phobia that I'm going to end up commentating on a mirror match of 8 vulture droids on each side. If that happens, I'll probably just go and get a coffee. Easy to do. So just while we're waiting for the action to get out underway, I have a shout out this morning for Jimmy Khan from Wales. The Firestorm guys are missing you at this event, and they hope you get well soon. If you're watching, Jimmy, give us a shout and give us a wave. So Matthew's setting up his squad there in almost 2 blocks, with the 2 X-Wings in the centre going 1 forward focusing, and at the top of the board where the Rebel transport, or so Resistance transport, and the T-70 moving forward around there. He might be trying to pull off an early flanking manoeuvre there. Attempted coordinate there from Leia, the crew on Cova Nell, just out of range. I think that was more a case of just because he could, rather than any real impact on the game. Interesting parallel tactics here by the look of things in the early engagements, with the Scum also looking to take a strong position in the centre table, and Fenn Rau coming from the flank, which is where you want Fenn Rau to be. And back to Dials. So, people on the chat, what do we think of the hyperspace format for one of these key large events? Are we in favour of that, or do we prefer these big events to be extended? Let me know what you think. I think it's an interesting discussion. Agreed, Peter. Peter Broughton on the chat saying it's nice to see Cat. Yeah, I love seeing less commonly used ships on the table, especially in a room like this where there are literally hundreds of players. It's really good to see the variety of lists. I think it adds a lot of flavour to the event. And yeah, I think there's a good mix here today. There seems to be a lot of swarms and a fair amount of Fenn Rau. But we'll see how those lists go as we get towards the end of the day. See what's coming up to the top of the meta. Hard turn in there from the first Mining Guild Surveyor, coming to play early with the T70s perhaps, and an evade. Nicely judged manoeuvre there, just fitting next to his squad mate. One forward focus from both of the T70s there. So Cova Nell using Leia on herself to reduce the difficulty of the maneuver on the shuttle. So Leia's rules are you spend a force and the chosen ship reduces the difficulty of that maneuver. So dropping the stress there and meaning they can take a focus. Fenn Rau turning in as well with a 3 bank. And boosting. May get range on that bottom T70, but not sure. Comfortably in. Wow, hit crit and a focus out of hand, but no mods. And 2 evades out of the hands. No damage. So the first T70 is range 3 unobstructed into the tie. 1 crit. Rolled 4 dice, got 1 evade, but that's all you need. Rinse and repeat from the second X-Wing. We'll use the focus for 2 hits, it's a crit. TIE Fighter spending the evade, taking a crit. Blinded pilot crit on number 4 TIE fighter. Spending the focus for 2 hits and a crit. Oh, and blanks out, so that's 1 dead Guild Surveyor. Cova's out. Cova would have had a shot if he hadn't killed the first Surveyor. And that's our first instance there of dice being an issue. TIE Fighter returning fire. Hit crit out of hand, very nice. Evade 1 focus, 1 shield. 1 shield on number 12. And the crit on the dead TIE Fighter was a fuel leak. Going back to dials. So I think it was a good first engagement there for the Resistance, wiping out one of the TIE Fighters in exchange for 1 shield damage. I still think Fenn Rau's in a very good position here though. He's got the ability to either swing in and have a shot or disengage for a better position. So I think that's going to be the key engagement of this game, is how Fenn Rau is used and whether they can use his offensive ability without taking too many shots in return. With a lot of X-Wing dials coming back, not dials, arcs coming back at Fenn Rau, could become challenging to dodge all of those. Back to dials. And even though we're very early on in this game, I get the feeling that this could be quite a crucial turn. Matthew's got a decision to make about whether to continue to push forward or turn away. And Ben needs to start getting his heavy hitters on into the game. So we'll see how this pans out. Ah, Peter, is it your daughter's birthday today? If so, happy birthday to your daughter.
I mean, I actually have. I'm not there for 4 shoots already. Do you know what it is? I'm so used to going through this. You think I'd be glad at the idea of having everything for once, but I don't know it's
Interesting comparison with the new version of Leia compared to the old version of Leia. With the old version of Leia taking so many turns to recharge, whereas this Leia can be used every turn but only on 1 ship. That turning those maneuvers down from red. Still very useful. Just double checking the dials there. TIE Fighter go first. 4 forward. Going into a blocking position there. Misses the rock. Bit of death. Thank you for the feedback on the picture quality. I'll get the cleverer tech guys to have a look at that after the game. But thank you. Just marking the mining guild tie out the way there. First T70 dodging the block and pulling out of focus. He'll try and fit the second one in behind. And TIE Fighter gets the block. Such a good block from the TIE Fighter that we can't even get the templates in. Could see a possible coordinate from Leia here to get that T-70 in action anyway.
And this one.
So that's Cova Nell using Leia to pull a red stop on the transport and turn it into a white stop and then take it in focus.
Something points out it's a lot. Right, let's see if I did the right thing. So I was going to do a 3, but then I decided against it. So then I went for a 1.
Oh. So Ben was just saying that he originally wanted to do a 3 there and changed it to a 2 at the last minute, and it turned out to be the good move.
Ready for this? So, no surprise shot.
Yeah. 5 dice from Fenn Rau coming in. Judging by the reaction from the players, that was quite a good roll.
There you go.
Oh no, it's the opposite. Hit crit and 3 blanks.
Thank you for that. 2 shields, you can have it.
2 shields off number 15.
I don't feel so bad now. No.
So so bottom T70 back into Fenn Rau. Oh, spending the focus for 3 hits and a crit. Four defense dice for Fenn Rau because of his ship ability. Taking a crit on Fenn Rau. Sorry. Direct hit on Fenn Rau. Knocking him down to half points already.
I've got. Let's have the shot that I have to have, which is this one here. Because it'd be really cool.
The second Black Squadron ace, range 2 into Kath Scarlet. 3 hits out of hand.
I'm gonna start using your dice. That's not. I'll take that to.
2 shields off Cat.
Just out from Fenn, that. Definitely out. No shot. And it's closest we have to be 3 obstructed.
The last T70 going into Kath as well. Range 3 obstructed shot. No mods. Don't need mods with 2 hits and a focus. Spends the focus to dodge the shot. Cova's out of range. Potentially.
Can you put your finger on the mining please?
Just checking if the mining tie is in arc.
It would be. Yeah, 3 and R.
Range 3 obstructed shot from Cova. Spends the focus for 2 hits. And there's the evades on the dice. So they do have some. That was 3 evades.
So if I shoot him, that would be the
It would be, yeah, because it's
Good spot, chat. Forgot to mark the hole down. Told you I'd make mistakes. 2 hits coming on number 9.
You do have Cova.
That was from Cat. 2 dice pot shot on Cova from the TIE Fighter. 2 hits out of hand. Very nice.
I wasn't expecting much from him anyways.
Cova evades. And back to dials.
Excellent players, that is 45 minutes remaining in this round. 45 minutes remaining in this round.
So clear points advantage at the moment for Matthew. He's 62 points ahead. Still got some shields to chew through. Ben has on those T70s as well. Thank you everybody for following the stream today. Don't forget to hit a like and a subscribe if you can as well. If I can say my words, that would help.
You've got to risk it for risk it.
So just while we're doing the dials for the next round, just want to give a bit of publicity to the Camino Open, which is a charity X-Wing tournament taking place in Gillingham on the 22nd of February. Entry fee is a £15 donation, guaranteed prizes for all participants, and all proceeds go to the Brain Tumour charity in memory of Nathan Ellis. Great cause there. Encourage anyone who's got the free weekend to go along. For more details, search for the Camino Open on Facebook. It's quite an important turn here, so the players are taking some time over setting the dials. With the rock placement here limiting some of the maneuver options, it could be quite difficult to get your ships where you want them to go. So a lot of love on the chat for Kath Scarlet. What other non-meta ships, so to speak, are people looking forward to seeing today? I'm not sure if they're meta or not, but I've got a real soft spot for X65s because I love the original trilogy. So it'd be interesting to get some of them on the stream later if we can. Just approaching 40 minutes left on the round. I think that centre rock there is causing quite a headache for both players here. Especially for Kath Scarlet, who would like to avoid that, I think, but limits the options for the turn then. Both players just carefully rechecking their dials. Mining time moving. Gonna have to mark the T70 for that.
You're gonna fly across.
Was it half by mark?
So the mining guild tie there going over the rock, but obviously with the ship ability that while you move you ignore asteroids, absolutely no impact on the TIE fighter there. 4K coming out from the first T70 there.
Mark Fenn Rau. Talon.
3 Talon from the second T70.
After that.
So, I'm gonna call it Squadron there. But again, also, we might just get across here. Easier. Really wish I'd done what I was going to get out, but I was going to do 200. Just go out the window, so it's to go up. I'll avoid this guy and that guy.
Cova Nell there doing the reverse, and again popping Leia's ability to turn that into a white maneuver, taking your focus.
So I was going to go this way.
I had a suspicion it might go that way, so I thought, you know what, I'll just track that one.
So Kath caught on a T70 sandwich. Discussing what action to take here. Looks like a focus has been taken.
Gonna go aggressive, but I was like, you know what, rather than go aggressive, I want to just
Fenn Rau turning away from the kill box on the middle of the screen. Excellent. Everybody else will be very pleased to know that Phil Pond from the Firestorm Squadron is going to join us. Is that good news or bad news, Phil? I think I need to unmute you before you start talking.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yes, hello. Yes, good news. Good news indeed. There you go. Can you hear me now? Yes, is it on? Is it working?
Now you're coming through. Very good.
Yes, no, very good news indeed. Was against Han Luke and I won 200 nil.
That's cool.
So, Matthew Fisher, I've played a few times, so he's of course got the resistance here. Kath Scarlet, interesting choice.
Not really coming through at all.
Is it on?
I'm afraid.
Is that
Might
right?
pick it up.
I'm going to hold it here.
That's better. Now you come through.
Ah, cool. So yes, I played against Matthew a couple of times. He's a very good player. I played him at our regional last year, and it went very badly for me. Thank you, Smooth Killer, for the follow. Always good to see. How is the chat doing? How are you doing? And how are you finding your first game commentating?
Yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I'm not sure if everybody watching is, but it's good for me.
Here's a blast. Oh, 2 nice hits there.
2 hit.
Obviously, nothing of worth notes. 2 shields gone.
2
down
shields gone on Kath.
there. Indeed. Oh, Matt Ronnie hit 3 hits and a crit there.
3 hits
Oof.
and a crit.
And double blanks
blanks
for
out.
Kath. Ouch.
What's the crit? Damage sensor away.
Ouch, Kath does not like that. Fire Spray likes to boost, likes to get in and out of places, and with only being able to do a focus token is not really useful. It doesn't look like Kath has range for Cova either. That does not
Nope.
look good positioning for Ben Cross.
And it's a really good example there of just how one maneuver, which is a 50-50 decision,
Yeah.
can really swing the game.
Also, it's why I like Slave 1 on
Yeah.
Bobber. I just go, no, I'm just going to change it.
Change my mind, yeah.
Just going to change my mind.
So back to Dials. I think there was a second crit on Fenn as well in that turn, so I'll just go and see what that was.
Sure, sure. And the crit is?
It's damage sensor array.
Oh, damage sensor. Oh, that damage sensor array Fenn as well. Ow. Oh, Fenn really does not like a damage sensor array. Fenn likes to be able to link. I mean, yes, he likes having his focus token. He likes having that boost focus or barrel roll focus. He likes to have that reposition. This is really not a good position for Ben Cross. So, of course, he's already lost 1 Mining Guild Surveyor. The second one is fine, but Fenn Rau won 1 with damage sensor array. I mean, it's almost negligent at this point. At the same time, no, it's he really wants to have that double reposition, reposition and double action.
Yeah.
It's really, really not a good place. I'm interested though why he took Fenn Rau in this list, purely because of course Kath Scarlet works best with generics.
True, true. I did like the Intimidation on the Mining Guild ties though. I think that's some good synergy.
Yes, for sure. In fact, you can just go straight over a rock and slam into. I'm just going to bump
Yep.
you and then shoot you. It's a great tactic. Of course, Kath likes to be flying with those generics as well, but of course the Fire Spray is quite nimble, especially with that boost. Medium bases fit everywhere, as we will very well know.
I think Fenn Rau, especially in the hyperspace format, is such a big gun though. He's hard to leave out of lists at the moment.
Fenn Rau is a monster. Yeah, if you're not running him scum, what are you doing? Yeah, Core 4 there going boost probably better since Kath didn't get a shot. Yeah, I mean Kath needs to be shooting. She needs that big gun turning on things. The Fire Spray is a hammer, and you need to use it as such. I mean, yes, you can reposition. Bobber, I like having that Initiative 5 reposition with more than the Force and things like that, because I am running Bobber Fenn this weekend, as people have seen on the Firecast in recent weeks. So interested to see how Ben gets out of this. I'm not sure how he does. Matt is in a very commanding position, and of course having Cova with Leia, he can just do whatever he feels like.
Yeah.
Making one of those ships do a K-turn if they wish to avoid stress, whatever, he really puts him in a much better position.
Yeah. Really good uses of Leia in the last round. Did the reverse on Cova,
Yeah.
popped Leia,
Yep.
made it a green maneuver. It's really difficult to predict where these ships are going to go with that flexibility.
For sure, that blue reverse is just irritating on Cova. So why if I play her, if it presents itself, I burn Cova as soon as I can to get Leia out of the way. It's not really Cova I worry about. Cova's good. It's Leia.
It's the
Leia.
transport capacity.
Yeah, it's not.
I agree.
Cova herself, she's a good ability, but it's Leia that I worry about the most. But interested to see if I come up against any resistance today. I mean, you know, I may end up playing Matt down the line.
Yeah. An interesting synergy with the way that Cova's ability works with Leia, because it's on the reveal. So you're still revealing a red maneuver, so you still get the extra dice. Then you pop Leia.
Which is why, if you have ion cannons, you ion her. Because you're not revealing a dial.
Yep, true. Yeah, true.
This is why you can't drop a bomb either.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things there. You just ion. It's always good.
Yeah.
And of course, the players having a bit of friendly banter here. I think Ben knows his back's up against the wall.
Yeah, it's been played in really good spirit this game. Ben's dice have been really cold.
So we at the Firecast here, we've got some cards that we've been giving away. We've got some tokens we've been giving away. We always love doing these events. Firestorm Squadron, we always love them, and then we come here every year. My friend Robin comes every year. He doesn't play any other big event, but he loves coming to the Open because of the community. It's one of those things this game does bring together, and absolutely, we love it. My first game was against a Spanish player. I've played against his teammates before at the XTC last year and at Euros as well. They always have a great energy, and it was a really friendly, really fun game. It just went, unfortunately, very badly wrong for him.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, he put Luke in a very poor position, and he ended up taking a loose stabilizer, so you can go one forward. He takes damage. He died in the 3-bank, took the damage, and still took a proton bomb from Bobber and died.
Oh, yeah. Sad Luke.
And then it was a full health Bobber lost 2 shields, and Fenn lost nothing against Han.
But I don't know about you, Phil. I find that in events like this, being very much a mid-table X-Wing player, it takes me a game or two to warm up.
It can take me a couple of games to warm up, but it's more... the first game is my warm-up game. It always is. No matter who I'm playing, it's always the warm-up game, because it gets you just... shakes off whatever morning rust you have and sleepiness to get your head back into listening, back into playing, but that's why I play as much as I do, to kind of keep that at bay as much as I can. Yeah, true. So practice as much as possible and get as many games throughout the week as I can. So Wolf 77 is now following as well. Thank you very much for the follow. We do appreciate anything that you do here. So as I said, if you do like it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can find us on YouTube and on Twitch, as well as on our Facebook page, the Firestorm Squadron Firecast. And of course, you can, if you like what you've been doing, you can always donate as well. You can just follow, click the hyperlink in the chat box there.
Yeah. All that money goes straight back into the equipment. We've got a nice new dice cam for this event.
Yeah, the CR90, and our Logitech. So we have one for our main camera, but thanks to you guys at home, we were able to afford a second one for the dice cam, which brings up the quality. This is our first time using it, which is why we're still dialing it in. However, it's nice to have that. And of course, it helps pay for fuel, helps pay for the gear, helps us get to the event so you can see them. So it all comes back into the community. We don't take anything from it, obviously, and it is great fun. So finally, they're now revealing maneuvers. So of course, the Mining Guild Tide, they're doing the hard 3 in. He wants to try and block off some of those Black Squadron aces. I'm not quite sure he's going to be able to pull it off. Depends on what they've done. The top one there, I'm not sure he's going to be able to. Might just turn in. The bottom one behind Kath, maybe he's trying to get the range one shot. It is stressed after all. But of course, he can just pop Leia anytime he wants and just turn that in.
So 4K is going to fit really nicely in there.
It is, which means the Mining Surveyor will have a nice range one shot, but also in turn, so will the Black Squadron Ace. And of course, being Initiative 4, he'll be able to
shooting
outPS as well. Yeah. Initiative, I should now say. No. It's too far. I should still be saying Initiative. I always say outPS. So the mic. You want me to come in, or are you good?
Yeah. Phil's just going to step in and use his hands here as we try and work out what this ship leads up. Going with the judge now. Judge is running at us from all angles now.
Yeah, it was something like that. I'd rather not get involved, rather than official judge. It's just a matter of positioning, really. So, and this when it's at home, when we're at our own events, we got the TI. We're happy to get up and do it. I think on this one, actually, I'd much rather the judge.
Yeah,
come and do it.
that's
Do-
the right
do it
decision.
properly.
That's what the judges are here
That's
for.
what judges are there for. Yes. But it does look like it will bump. It'll fit him nicely in between the two.
Oh, it fitted. Brilliant.
It did fit, but I think it's going to bump into the mining guild tie though. So Kath is blocking the view currently, but I did have a little look. It's going to bump straight into it.
Yeah. So where does Kath go from here?
I'm hoping he's done a hard one to the left, to
Yeah.
camera left.
Still be taking shots from the stress T70, but
Yeah, a nice range one shot back into it.
Exactly.
Again, backfire 1984 there for the follow as well. Thank you very much.
that's Cova pulling the stop and popping Leia to still take the focus.
Because she can indeed. That's because Leia is ridiculous. Eagles Kid saying a little bit of audio feedback at times, guy, just for information. Okay, we'll try and do our best in between rounds.
So that's the 2 bank from Kath.
Yes. Or was it 3 bank?
Three bank.
3 bank.
2 bank.
Well, it does give us a nice range one shot into that T70, or a range 2 shot into Cova.
Yeah.
I think at this point, you play for points.
Yeah.
You try and kill that T70. You always got to keep your win condition in mind. This particular point, Ben's win condition is kill ships and kill ships fast.
Yeah.
Interestingly, doing the 2 Talon roll there, so that's very
Two Talon
nice.
roll there,
So
yeah.
he'll dodge the arc of the Black Squadron ace and have a nice range one shot.
Nice
himself.
one range of shot. Yeah, that's a nice manoeuvre.
Is of course Fearless Fenn.
Fearless Fenn.
Fearless Fenn. So he won't be triggering Fearless, but at the same time, you'd rather arc dodge than take damage. I mean,
I think we've one
yeah.
hole left.
Even with 1 hole, even with 4 dice and Concordia, we all know what happens.
Yeah.
Don't get greedy in X-Wing.
No.
Don't get greedy. I've learned that.
that's my weakness. I'm greedy in everything.
It's one of mine. One of mine. Sounds better already. Just a glitch in the system, probably. Thank you, Ilks Kid. Is there anything you guys notice? Just let us know. We can always try and do something about it as much as we can. 5 dice from Fenn here.
So just checking the arc.
Yeah,
Fearless.
So Blendin 101 saying thanks for the string. Cameron tab right.
Oh,
for the
hit
work,
crit out of
perfect.
hand. No mods.
Oof. Nope.
So 2 dice defense
evade,
and
evades.
2
Two
natural
evades
evades.
out of hand from Matt. Oof, that is rough for Ben. So there's a Blended 101, so thanks for stream. Of course, Cameron tab bright. We'll do what we can, but unfortunately, I don't know what we can do. It's a tough situation just because of the lighting in here and we have to have the light on the dice cam and things. But however, we'll do what we can. But again, saying greetings from South Africa. Again, thank you for watching from all the way down South Africa.
Oh.
Nice to see a global audience.
Range 3 shot coming in from the T70 on
is
Kath
indeed.
Scarlet.
Yep.
With a focus. Spent for 2 hits.
Yep. And Natty's out.
Ah. Ben doing the old dice swap. It seems to have come in. Range 1 shot coming in.
Yep, range
on
one
Kath.
shotgun. I'll ask you a question in just a second. Eagles Kid. Ooh, hit crit out of hand. And that looks like...
I don't think
that
you're gonna.
is
Yeah.
blanks.
Oh, blanks again.
And Bob a reroll,
So
potentially.
no, he's definitely dead. No
Oh, no,
bubble
it's Bobber.
reroll.
There's Kath. I'm thinking of Bobber, because I'm playing Bobber.
Yep.
Eagles Kid asking how my game went. Yes, it went well, to say the least. 200-0 win against Han Luke.
Ooh, two
At
crits at
two crits out of
least.
hand. Oh,
Hit crit on the
out
bind
of
tie.
hand. Yep. Looks to be triple evade.
Spends the evade to survive.
Spends the evade token, gets out of it. Oof, that is good for Ben. I think Matt will still take it though. He's up. He knows he is. Cova will have the range 2 shot into Kath.
Kath's dead. Just been left on because he gets shoot back.
Initiative level, of course. And see, the problem is Neil's got the headset, so I can't hear the table audio. But
I'm cheating.
no, not cheating. It's what we do. So Ben putting the. Is he putting range 3?
I think Cova might have got the rage 3 on the TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
X-Wing competitors, that is just over 18 minutes.
Spends focus for 3 hits.
Yep.
18 minutes remaining in your round.
And I think.
Was that 4 blanks out of hand?
Just been one
4
shotted.
blanks out of hand. Ouch.
We do have plenty of ends around
Oh,
the
that's cold dice. That's
And
cold
that
dice.
is.
and the area around it
It's all but game that point. You have
Thank you.
Fenn Rau 1 hole versus the list.
So Intimidation from the dead tie still triggers because we're at the same initiative step.
Yeah.
So 1 less die for that T70.
Yeah, sorry guys, we can't really do much about the brightness. We'll try in between games. It's something we are fiddling with. It's something we a little struggle with, but we will do our best.
2 shields on the crit, number 12.
Hull breach.
Hull breach on number 12.
Yeah. At least get some points. That's at this point Ben's playing for points. And with a 1 hull Fenn, who is stressed against a list, it's not a happy place to be. At this point, you do the 3 bank in with Cova, I think, and you just bring all those guns spare. I mean, yeah, it's not a good position. Yeah, so you want, I think at this point, what Matt wants to do is do the 3 bank in with Cova from top to camera left, and then you want to use that T70 that's set right in front of Fenn, do a 4K, or do a 2 Talon roll, try and get behind Fenn. And it's just kind of like to make a kill box.
Keep making
you know
box.
Fenn is slippery, however with that stress token it does limit the dial, because it's got a 2 blue forward, 2 blue banks, white 2 banks, so 2 blue hards, a 3 blue forward, and I think that's it in the dial if I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember my own dial off the top of my head here. That's what tiredness gets you. However, yeah, Fenn's in a limited position. It's not great for him. Yes, it is a 2 blue bank, but yes. Limited position, not great place to be. He wants to try and get out of it, so he wants to probably do a 3 blue forward and then boost somewhere. Maybe
Damage
through the rocks.
sensor already there.
True. He can either fix it or take a focus. At this point, you take the focus. You just try and play for survivability.
Just
He wants
survive, yeah.
He wants points, but he's got to play for survivability as well. So 3 blue forward plus focus gets him out of range 1 on most things. However, he also wants to be at range 1 because he wants Concordia. So it's not a friendly place to be.
No.
Maybe he does the 2 hard in to camera left. So he'll do it. Yeah, from his position he'll do it a left 2 hard. So from our position it's to right. So camera right, do a 2 hard. Maybe he tries to bring guns to bear on one of the T70s, the one he's already put some damage to, try and kill it. Try and have a fight back. I'm not sure he'll make it with 15 minutes to go. However, at this point, Ben is smiling though. He's having a good time. That's the main thing here.
Yeah. I mean, with Fenn Rau, he's more than capable of getting half points on another ship or killing off the damaged T70 in a
Yeah,
turn.
and I think that's what he wants to do. At this point, he wants to get points. He's already got 24 points. He wants to get as much as he can. Matt, he's not worried. He's happy. He's going to go for it. Although with my score, I do now worry for my next matchup. I'm not going to lie.
Phil, what do you think about the ruling on the B-Wing S-foils?
It's interesting. I think it's the correct way. I don't think it'll please a lot of people, but I think it is the correct way of doing things. To be fair, it's that interaction between fire control system and the S4s that makes it.
Yeah.
It's a very complex one, but the problem with a game like this is eventually something will always break a rule that it didn't intend to. It's always the nature of the game. That's why we've had this announcement before the Open, clarifying everything. And that's the thing, the judge team do the best job they can with it. So I don't think it'll please everyone, but I think it's the right decision to make.
Yeah, it's a ruling that was never going to please anyone, whichever way, everyone, whichever way they went.
I was always going to please someone, yes, but it was never going to please everyone. But there's a difference between trying to please people and trying to make the right call for the game.
Yeah.
And in this position, I think they made the right call for the game.
Yeah, agreed.
What they got wrong back in 1.0, of course, was the whole TLT harpoon triggering thing. But at that point, though, they knew 2.0 was coming. They were just trying to break the game as much as they could.
Yeah.
This is why we had the nightmare that was Miranda and Nim at the end of it. That disgusting matter, which Nick did very well with.
Yes, he did.
And Nick is flying Rack Vader today, as you've seen on the stream before, and he does have his cluster mines because it's Nick. That's how he works.
Rack with all the toys.
Rack with 3 Inquisitors. It is all of the toys. And of course we'll try and find out how they've done and report back to you guys as well.
So we're going to see all the resistance ships move first now.
Yes.
Fenn Rau having the highest initiative on the board.
Yes.
Obviously.
Which, although Fenn likes that, he doesn't like being hunted by 3 ships. So Cova then...
Staying still and popping Leia.
Yeah, popping Leia. Pulling another stop, takes focus. Most likely.
Might be thinking about the coordinator here.
Maybe. Nah, just take the focus.
Just got the focus.
In case Fenn does do that hard too.
Yeah.
Comes in. But also keeps that arc nice and wide. Again, Matt here is a very good player. He knows what he's doing. He will, as I said, so he's going to spread his arc as much as possible. So he's got one T-70 come up the board, one T-70 come between the 2 rocks, one T-70 sat right blocking Fenn doing that hard too, and Cova sat there protecting everything else. So Fenn is in a bad position no matter what move he tries. So it's just on the 2 bank down. So he still can't get out of arc of that one T-70
It's taking one shot
between the rocks. Should have cleared the stress though.
The stress has gone. They've just left the token there.
Yeah.
They're talking about clearing the damage sensor, but he's taken the focus, which I think is probably the right decision.
Yeah. They just need to take that stress off the board at some point, if they can.
Two hits from Fenn. Number 9 losing shield and a hull.
Which gives him half points on other ship, which is exactly what Ben wants. He wants as many points as he can get his hands on.
He's going for the kill here, keeping the focus.
Yes, I think which is the right call. I think it's fine. I said don't get greedy at the same time. It's a Fang at range 2.
And I mean,
focus takes 3.
good decision. Keep the focus.
Exactly. Always choose violence.
And what have we got?
I think he spends focus and lives.
Hey, and Fenn lives.
Fenn at range 2 actually survived.
Yep. That is not where Fenn wants to be, but he did well there.
No, not
Just checking if Cova's got the range 3 shot, and there isn't.
Camera's been knocked.
Yeah, it's fixed.
So the technical side of the Firestorm's here now, so can have a look at the picture quality.
Hi guys.
And here's Nick. Hello, Nick. How'd you get on?
I managed to win my first game. So how's this game going? This looks really close.
Thanks, Phil. See you in a bit.
Wow. Okay, so hi chat. How you doing? This is working. Nice to see you. I see some guys see the tips. If you don't already, like, follow, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. I'm sure Neil's been telling you. I have managed to win my first round against a decimator. So somebody else brought a decimator, and there's quite a few here actually. But he had less force users than I did, so I won.
Fair.
So yeah, it was Rack, Duchess, and then I maxed it. I managed to win that game. So how's the game going?
It's been played in a really good spirit. Ben has had some terrible luck with his green dice, which has impacted. But Matthew's taken really good advantage. He's put his ships in a really good place. So it's been a good game.
It's an interesting list, like it. So it's just Fenn trying to take on the world.
Fenn's doing Fenn stuff on his own. Yeah.
Awesome.
He's only got one hull left and a damage sensor array. So he's
Oh no.
bit of a sad place.
Yeah, indeed. That's really cool. Well, hope you guys are enjoying the stream. It's really cool. So-
So if you see any changes on the camera, Nick's just playing with the settings to see if we can improve the picture quality. So again, thank you for pointing that out. So again, just to iterate, I don't think that stress token is actually on Fenn Rau. It's just been left on the table, so we'll get that cleared up in a minute. Richard Beale, thank you very much for following. Good to see you. Let us know in the chat where you're from. So just a small move forward there from the first T70. Avoiding the rock. And barrel rolling.
We're not really sure at the moment. We've still got 5 minutes left in this round. It's usually about 10 to 15 minutes after that. So I would say probably about 25 past. A little bit more, maybe half past. Half past 11, probably round 2. The lighting is not really something I can do right now. Having issues with the cameras. The computer has decided that both the dice cam and the table cam are the same camera, despite them being different ones.
Adrian Face, thank you very much for the following.
So I will see what I can. Risen hero, I witness you. I see you.
That's the wrong film.
I don't care.
So again,
I don't
Cova,
get the
who
code.
hasn't
You
moved for the last 20 minutes, is doing the same maneuver. So that's the stop into the focus using Leia. Hi Kieran, thank you for the shout out for the Isle of Wight. Pretty close to me, just over the water in Southampton.
That happens a lot, yeah. You've got to get 2 different cameras to avoid it. Which is a shame because they're one of the better quality cameras you can. That's where the problem is with that. But yeah, it happens a lot.
So as the hard 2 from Fenn Rau into focus. So he's taking shots this turn. I think we might be drawing to an end here. He's got the range 1 shot back at it. Grey on Grey, thank you for the follow. So 5 eyes coming in from Foul. Fenn, even. Sorry, I always spell since it's Foul, it's habit. There's 3 hits out of the hand. Spends the focus. 5 hits, so guaranteeing the kill. 4 damage.
So your hits today were
Oh, good.
direct hits.
Oh, wow.
Direct hit. Panic pilot. And direct hit.
Unbelievable. So with Hull Breach, that turned into all face-ups, and 3 of them became direct hits. So that ship is just gone. So Fenn Rau gets his kill. Range 1 shot back now from the T-70. I think that's a target lock as well on Fenn. Fenn is definitely going to fun walk. You were completely right. That was brutal. 2 hits coming back in. Fenn evades. Kiliana, thank you very much for the follow. Boom, Hodge, headshot indeed. Range 2 from the second remaining T-70 coming into Fenn. 1 crit. Oh, blanked out. That's game. Well, that was a really good game. I think we saw quite a lot there about how dice can influence a game, but also how even on one hull and with the damage center rate, Fenn is still a threat. So I'm just going to go see if I can gather one of the players here for a quick interview. So we'll be right back. Good game, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, hello. We're back. We're gonna. You going to be on camera?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay.
Like,
Mouse. There we go. Hello. So we're here with Ben. Ben, good game. Really unlucky with the dice there.
oh man, we were saying that before. It was like every time like I needed dice, they just weren't there. Like,
Just weren't.
Fenn just taking like that first crit as well. It was just like I
Yeah.
wanted to do that boost, and then it was like, oh no, damage sensor rate.
Damage sensor rate.
So,
It's not good. It's not good. So a lot of talk on the chat. A lot of good things about seeing Kath on the table. What was the choice behind bringing Kath into the list?
do you know what? Something different. Like I really like the Intimidate ties. I think for their price, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then like Kath Scarlet really kind of synergizes with that.
Yeah.
And I just wanted Fenn Rau because he's Fenn Rau.
Because Fenn Rau,
so-
right? Yeah. Oh, really good. Really good. So where's home? Where do you play your X-Wing mainly?
well, I'm actually from just past Newcastle, so
Oh, wow,
like
okay.
South Northumberland.
So that's a long way down to that.
Yeah,
to this then,
yeah.
yeah?
It was a long journey, but it's nice to get to play with all the people around here and meet a lot of different people.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time on stream. Without you guys and Matt, we wouldn't have anything to show, and people would just be listening to me, and that's boring. Pile of cards there, so choose one, and just as thank you from the Farstorm people. The Predators are really cool, and they're hidden at the bottom.
Alright, okay.
But yeah, thank you very much.
No, it's been great. Like, they're really. Oh yeah.
It's awesome,
Yeah,
right?
fine.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Ben. Good luck for the rest of the day.
You too.
So you're okay to be on camera?
Yeah.
So if you just hold that quite close to you, it's not there's quite a lot of ambient noise, but
Okay, let's bring the camera back. I need a mouse mat.
If you've already begun planning your next round, please finish that.
There we go. No pun intended. So here we have Matt, who took the game in that first round there. Matt, how did you find that game? How was a good warm-up?
Good warm up. I feel really sorry for him. The poor man, basically, Ben, his dice just kept his greens just failed him big time. So I'd love to say that was skill, but I feel dice variance probably gave me that.
Well, dice variance did have an impact, definitely. I mean, some of the crits that went through didn't help either. But I think you put your T70s in really good places, formed some really good kill boxes. And is that something that you've picked up from just practicing with the list and repeat playing, or is this a new list to you?
Relatively a new list to me. I mean, I've always been a Rebel player, so X-Wings are not a new one. The difference between a T65 and a T70 is a 3 blue forward and an extra shield, so it's not like it's actually been a steep learning curve. The real learning curve for me has been how to use Cova effectively, but what I've realised is that it's just generally embracing that conservative Rebel play style. You don't want to overcommit. You want to be keeping everything back, 1s and 2s, not doing the 3s and 4s and pushing yourself forward. So generally, it is a new list, but it hasn't been a steep learning curve.
I see, and I agree, because I look at a T70 and I think I've got 3 shields, I've got 3 red dice. I want to get in there and murder something. That doesn't always work. And I really like the way you used Cova and synergized with Leia. I thought that was brilliant, just keeping it at the top and like, well, come and get me if you want me kind of approach. Do you intend? I don't want to give too much away, but do you intend to use Leia mainly on Cove for the rest of the game, or for the rest of the tournament, or you just see it as more of an option for the T70s as well?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that using Leia on other ships, you tend to need to have the R4 astromech to do that. Mainly because you want to be able to get the red yourself, but the R4 gives you a fantastic opportunity to clear that stress with the one hand. I feel that the Cova Leia package for me comes as a self-contained package. I think as well, the other ones are PS4, and just that high initiative, they are quite happy to be kind of doing pseudo-AC things. I mean, let's not remember, a year ago, it was the Quad Phantoms were dominating, and part of the reason they were so strong was because you had 4 PS4 ships. So in a similar way, I don't think they need they don't need Leia, and the reason why I've got the PS4 X-Wings is because they're PS4, not because they're X-Wings as such. It's just because I want that initiative bid.
And I think definitely matching up initiative in that game with Kath Scarlet was huge, because you weren't taking the damage before you'd even shoot back. You could save your focus for offense and all sorts. So I think that's a very good point. Oh, that's great. Well, thank you very much for your time. It was brilliant. Help yourself to a card from the pile of gifts. So they've been put together by the Firestorm Squad just as thank you for coming on stream.
No honour. I think I will go for the lovely passive sensors.
Passive sensors, very good. Well, thank you, Matt. All the best for the rest of the tournament, and have a good day.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Cheers.
Okay, everybody. Wow, I really do have a face for radio, don't I? So we're going to just take a short break now. The next round should be starting in 5 to 10 minutes, as soon as we have any more news on that one. But thank you very much for all your help. And just to finish off, no shout out for Newcastle Warlords. There you go, Newcastle Warlords. Whee! Okay, thanks everyone. Have a good break. Go and grab a coffee. I know I will, Bill, and we'll be speaking soon.